Hello, everybody. Today we have Ranjan with us. Ranjan has scored 8 in each in his PD test and also got 5 points towards his PR through NATI. So we are here excited to talk to him. He is, I think, equally excited to talk about his journey. I know, Ranjan. So which language do you prefer, Ranjan? First. Any language, English, Nepali? Okay,
Sure.
so we'll mix it up. Okay, and we'll try to use more English because nowadays we have students watching us from all over the world. Okay, so Ranjan, first of all, let us know how you started and what was your score before and how did you improve towards 8 in each?
I started my class back in January, I think. So it's been a while. And my desired score was 8 in each. When I started, I had 7 across overall score, but I wasn't confident enough to get 8 in each. So I joined the class with Anusha ma'am. I used to add in all the online classes and where we learn all the tips and strategies to apply in examination. And then I gave my first exam after a month and I got pretty good marks, but not what I wanted. So I was struggling to get 8 in all bands. Then the main section was reading, so I was struggling a lot in reading. I was able to get in other sections, but reading was the one I was struggling. And then I practiced few more exercises, and then I kept on watching the videos, and then I also gave few more examinations.
As you said, you struggled in reading. What were the mistakes you were making before when you did not get 80?
Initially, I was getting 70 plus, but not 80 every time. And then I was practicing randomly. What I was doing was I was just doing the mock test, which was not enough. And I was thinking the first mistake I did was I was thinking reorder was the main thing that's confusing me. That's what I feel confused about, and I was thinking it's is something that's due to this I'm not getting my desired score. So I started focusing on reorder, and I gave I think one more test after that, and I was pretty much confident on reorder, but I still didn't get my score. And then I tried analyzing, and then I found out that fill in the blanks was something that it's very important. And then I started so there are 2 sections, right? In fill in the blanks, drop down, and
drag and drop.
Drag and drop. Started practicing a lot of fill in the blanks, like at least 10 every day. I used to be at work, but I used to take 1 hour, keep that time aside, and then practice fill in the blanks for 1 hour and give another mock test. And that way I was able to improve my drag and drop. Still, I was good on that, but I still didn't get my desired score. And then I found out the thing I was missing was drop down. And
okay.
Drop down is a bit tricky. So that's where I struggled because I gave another exam as well. Then I didn't get my score again. So I practiced a lot of drop down again. And then I finally realized that there are a few tricks and tips that you need to implement. And I applied those strategies. And I was able to receive my desired score.
Okay, so let's talk about the tricks and tips. Everyone wants to know from you, what were the tips and tricks you applied?
I think the main tip is to practice enough. Just allocate few hours or minutes every day, so that you're consistent and don't lose track of what you're doing. So that way you know what you're doing and where you're making mistakes, and also get feedbacks. And especially with the drop down, what I found is so there would be 4 options for one answer, and I think 2 would definitely not go with the context, and there will be two options which sound pretty much similar to each other, having similar meaning, but the one that sounds more like which you think it's right would definitely not be the right answer, because it doesn't go well with the grammar.
Mhm.
um, and I think that's the tip I use to nail the drop
Okay.
down.
Okay, let me summarize what Ranjan has just said. He has said that out of four, two of them would be absolutely wrong, no doubt. Then the
Yeah.
rest two of them, you would think both of them are right answers. But then the one which you think is the right answer will be the wrong answer. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I think I figured out something like that with me. But
Yeah.
you must go with the context as well. What it's trying to say, you need to know, and then try to find out um which one is more academic than just guessing.
Yeah, so you have to follow academic rules, which goes along with the passage, contextual rules, and
Yeah.
grammar as well. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so when you started off, how good was your contextual knowledge? What was the mistakes you were making in terms of context?
Um, Honestly, when I started, I couldn't make any sense what the passage was trying to say. I just read the sentence which had the blanks and try to guess the answer, and then make it all wrong. And
Okay.
eventually, Anusa ma'am said in class that you need to go through whole passages, not only the passage you're looking answer for. And then I started reading the sentence from the very beginning till the end, and then because that would make sense what it's trying to say and what you could fit into the gaps. And that way, after a few practices every day, and I was able to um, get better in drop down and other fill in the blanks as well.
Okay, now I always say you have to read the passage, full passage, okay? But what about timing? Timing is a problem. Did you
Yeah.
manage time?
um when I used to give tests before, I used to have plenty of time, because I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to find the answer and just put whatever I like there. So there was plenty of time. But later, when I started reading the whole context, I was struggling a little bit with the time. But once you practice enough, you know what where you need to spend more time, and then where you need to be quicker. Um, Definitely, drop down was somewhere I used to spend a little bit extra time, but not more than, let's say, 2.5 minutes. And some in one test I struggle with that, and I miss some single multiple choice single answer, and then I realized that I need to spend less time, so not spend too much time on the same thing. Then there's plenty of time for reading as well, so it's like
Yeah.
30 minutes, and it's more than enough. I
Mm.
even did the multiple choice
Single.
answer.
Multiple,
Yeah,
multiple, or multiple single?
multiple,
Wow.
but don't know how it went.
Okay, yeah, could be right because you've got 86 in reading. Okay, now that is your journey for the reading section. And what else did you do besides the practice part? Did you do anything extra, like improving your knowledge?
The key thing is that um, your class had covered most of them. I had right template, right strategies and tips. Even with the speaking, I followed same strategy all the time, which worked 100%. And writing same template every time, and yeah, that would definitely work. And main thing is practice. I think it's
Yeah.
not that hard.
Yes.
Um,
Correct. Now, what I would say and suggest everybody is reading, although it does not have any trick, you have to find a pattern of questions. If you once find
yes.
the pattern of a question and you know where they are going to ask you the question related to what, then you can get your score.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that is for PTE. Ranjan, what about Nati? Can you share your Nati journey?
Yes. Nati, I didn't join the face-to-face or live classes, but I bought a toolkit from Milestone, and which was more than helpful. So there were like um 40 plus dialogues in the toolkit, and I just filter them out. I used to do two dialogues every day and just practice few vocabularies, and I practice some note takings as well. And yeah, I practice like two vocabularies every day for 3 weeks or so, and then I was able to get my 90 as well.
Yeah. So
But
that
it
means
was not
you've
challenging
collected.
as PT.
Yeah, it wasn't challenging. So that there's you got 25 PR points, right?
Yes,
Okay, and now we
finally.
need to we need to be in your shoes. We need to know how it feels to have collected all the points, and now you're waiting.
It was really important for me, and I think it's important for everyone who is looking to get into their migration journey as well, because it's very competitive now, and you need to accumulate all the points and be with high points as possible. And especially I spent like almost 9 to 10 months to get my score, and I was giving a lot of exam. You have to go to work, manage money, and there's another frustration that you're not getting score. And then finally you it's like big relief from head and big happiness when you get that desired score. And yes, hard work pays off. I think that's
Yeah.
it.
So you just revealed that you took 9 to 10 months. How bad were they? Like, how impatient were you?
Actually, I was not consistent. I joined the class in January. I gave an examination once, and then I left in the middle because I didn't get my score. And I was like just left for a few months, and then I started working on it again, booked few more examinations, and then kept on trying. And then I finally got um
Mhm,
after working good for like 1 month
mhm. Okay.
consistently.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would you suggest to others who are also in the same path as you? Do they need to take break, or what do you think they need to go along like consistently at once?
um I think it depends on their personal case. In my scenario, I took break because I had few other things to focus on, just not PT. So I just took a break because it was overwhelming at the same time. But if someone is feeling a little bit pressurized, then I think I would suggest to take a break for a few weeks or so, and then start practicing again and try to get your desired score.
All we are trying to say here is, guys, you have to keep consistency, but at the same time, don't overload your brain, right?
Yeah,
Don't
don't
overload
overload,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, Ranjan, any last minute tips? Because maybe some people are taking tests this week. So for them, what should they do?
Whether it's coincidence or something like that, I give examination few times in city test centers around Beach Street and Navitas. I never got my score there. I was just struggling in one band. Sometimes I used to lose marks in listening, sometimes reading, and then I changed my center to Paramata, and I was
Ah,
able to get my score. But I'm not sure if that matters at all.
uh-huh.
But just a quick tip that if you don't feel like you're getting marks in some test center, then just change the place. That will give you new feel, and you feel like a fresh start, and then you can perform well
Yeah,
and
yeah.
keep on practicing.
Yeah,
Be consistent.
I do agree with that, because it's not because of the change in the question. The questions will still be the
Yep.
same, the difficulty level will still be the same, but it's
Yep.
just that your mindset when you are going for a
Yeah,
new
mindset. That's
center,
right.
you have a kind of like anxiety that you need to overcome, and then for that you will do more practice perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, and you'll be
Right.
prepared, more prepared. Okay, guys, thank you so much, Ranjan, for sharing your tips.
Thank you. Bye, ma'am.